Good morning. So it's now day 60, so essentially 2 months of these vlogs. Not quite 6 o'clock yet, but nearly, as you can see, wide awake. As you know, Premier and breakfast today, but I've got to fuel myself before I run this morning. So I've got a banana, and me and my brother have been nicking a lot of the sachets. I'll show you what we've got, but we've got peanut butter. So I can have my, if I can open this, my banana. But I'm not going to be able to squash it like I normally do, I don't think. It's probably best not to use your fingers as well, but my banana and peanut butter breakfast. It's just like being at home. So yeah, this morning I've actually got a dice game I'm going to try. Basically, whatever number I roll, it's going to be a challenge. So it's going to be the same sort of distance, whatever. But yeah, essentially it's going to have a theme. So what I'll do, I'll show you the ones I've written down. I need to find the dice because I can't find it. Oh, I haven't found it yet. I think it's still in the suitcase. And yeah, we'll crack on. So we managed to tick everything off. We did our run, Premier and breakfast, roared of the day, went to Canterbury Cathedral, did a walk, and we had more fun. So I need to do Tuesday because I actually haven't written it up yet. But you want to see the dice game. So, well, I do anyway. Let's reveal it. So I basically have a dice in my hand, which I need to get out in a minute. But what we're going to do is we are going to have a look at rolling the dice and then doing a challenge. So if I hit number 1, it's basically doing what I did yesterday, an easy 10k. Number 2, I have to take Spongebob with me and we do a nature run, so I need to get some pictures. Number 3 is an interval session, which I'm really hoping at this time in the morning I don't have to do. Number 4 is complete the mission, so I'll come up with a little challenge. Number 5 is run fast. Well, technically I can't do that because base bet meant run without eating, and I've already eaten, as you've seen, so we'll have to change 5 if it ends on that. And number 6 is beat the clock, so I have to set a time after I know, roughly what distance I'm running. I've got to try and beat the time it takes to get there. So let's roll it. You just know it's going to land on number 5 now. Okay, got the dice already. Here we go. It has landed on number 2, which is a nature run with Spongebob. That's an easy one. I'm very happy with that. So basically, nature run with Spongebob. Going to go out, take Spongebob with me. He was annoyed at me yesterday because I didn't take him to Canterbury. And we'll try and get some pictures of Spongebob during the run in some places. As we saw yesterday, some amazing views. I'm going to go the same way. And yeah, Spongebob's coming along. He's coming in my pocket. Better get cracking. Just heard some shooting going off in the fields, which made me think about the theme of today's run, and it's safety. And sometimes you don't even realise it, but actually you do need to put a lot of precautions in before you go for a run or a walk or whatever you're doing. So obviously I made sure, in terms of this holiday, I learned a route before I came. We obviously walked it a little bit the other night, but there's loads of things that I think if you're someone who likes running and walking or thinking of taking it up, make sure you stay to well-lit areas if you're not sure where you're going. If not, make sure you got someone with you, reflective gear. So at some point I'll do a vlog on some of the safety things I've got. I mean, in terms of what I'm wearing today, I've got an ID band on it which has all my contact details and my mum and dad's contact details. So say I collapsed or something, I run or hit by a car. Speaking of which, there's a car coming. You need to just make sure you're being sensible and also stop for them like this. So the last thing you want to do is trip up and then, a car goes into you. It makes it easier for everyone. But yeah, lights, head torches, particularly in the winter. And yeah, I mean, so there's loads of things that you can do. Obviously, probably the main thing is
have your phone on you if you're going to quiet places like I am now. And obviously I'm using it to film, but there's little things just to consider, because as I said, if you've not done it before and you wanted to learn things, I'm rubbish reading directions, but you know, something that I want to do in one of the vlogs as well is read maps. So we'll do a vlog on reading maps as well, rather than using my phone. Can I find my way somewhere I don't really know reading a map? So yeah, plenty of things to look forward to. There are a couple of safety things. If I can think of anything else today, we'll share it on the vlog. I may even go shopping at Mountain Warehouse and see what they have in terms of safety stuff, and maybe buy some. Can't sleep there, Spongebob. Come on, we still got 5k to go. We better not get too close, Spongebob. You might think he's cheese. Home comforts here. Put any yogurt. One more Weetabix. And then a mountain of fruit. I'll have some cooked in a minute. Huge bits of pineapple. Lovely. Oh. In terms of today, where are we going? We are going to St. Augustine's Abbey. I'll be honest, got no idea about the history of it. My brother's just looked up that it's where the Anglo-Saxon kings of Kent were buried. It looks essentially, because we went by yesterday, it kind of looks like outdoor ruins. You get an audio guide and stuff. So, yeah, looking forward to finding out all the stuff there. Then there's like this sort of canal walk we want to do today as well. So just going to do a little bit of that in the afternoon, then maybe some shops. Go for a walk later. It's a hard life. I'll show you this before we go. We're nearly on our way to Canterbury again. But as you know, premium breakfast, you have unlimited things, teas, coffees, all of that. And we obviously like to bring up some extra milk and teas and coffees for the room. My brother likes coffee now, never used to. So we tend to get a lot of supplies. So you saw I had peanut butter, Nutella, Marmite, all of that. This is the bag of stuff we've now got. I think we've taken the whole hotel's worth of supplies there. And I suppose if we don't use them, something to take home, something I can maybe use on my runs or whatever. I want to make some iced tea at some point. I want to try some iced tea. Never tried it, so maybe that's something else we need to do on this holiday. So I've got my audio guide. We're just at the first sort of stop, so it tells you like a number to type in on the audio guide, and it gives you all the info. It is really quiet. It's massive, this place, by the way. It's bigger than I realised. So yeah, we're going to have a little walk around, but essentially when Henry VIII started to destroy the monasteries, he actually kept this one as a royal palace and gave it to his wife at the time, Anne of Cleves, and it was basically a really useful place for them because it was a stopgap between Dover and Canterbury. So yeah, it's got a lot of history, and I'll try and share a bit more the more I learn. This swap is quite fitting for today. I like it. Anyone wondering who St. Augustine was? He was an Italian monk who was invited here by, at the time, the Anglo-Saxon king of Kent, Ethelbert, which you would have seen the road sign the other day of him. And essentially he came to bring Christianity to England. So yeah, he was invited here. He died in 605, and then essentially he was buried here. So I'm assuming later on we'll see where St. Augustine was buried, but yeah, he was essentially someone who only monks stayed here, and he was essentially the significant monk of this area to bring Christianity here. So there's your little bit of royal history for today.
this was Augustine's first church here, and essentially, as you can see by the information in front of me, this is where we had tombs of kings and archbishops, and the three they've got there, so you can see those slightly newer stones, they are Lawrence, Mellitus and Justus. I hope I've got those names pronounced right. But yeah, this was an old church, and this is where St. Augustine himself was buried. His actual burial place was just over there, which I showed you that picture a minute ago. So yeah, very old, very dated. In front of me here is where all the monks used to eat their dinner. It's quite funny, they ate twice a day, so quite standard, but they had to eat their meals in silence. Apart from one monk that read a lesson from the Bible, but essentially the way they had to communicate, if they wanted to communicate at dinner, was through sign language. The food they had would be things like bread and a vegetable stew or broth, so stuff that I would like, but they didn't eat meat. So I'd be in a bit of trouble without my fish, wouldn't I? Especially without my sardines and Spongebob. Unfortunately, no Krabby Patties here. So here we go. Some history that's kind of related to me. As we know, I did a Chichester run the other week. I was born in Chichester, and actually this is the chapel of Richard of Chichester, and yeah, he became the Bishop of Chichester in 1245. He was celebrated for his simple lifestyle and dedication to the care of the poor. So yeah, doesn't matter where you go, there's still some history nearby. This here in front of me is the remains of St. Pancras Church. It says here it was built in the 7th century using Roman materials. So the red bricks you can see are all recycled sort of Roman material. What's quite impressive as well is, well, the reason it survived so long is it stood separate from other Anglo-Saxon structures that survived the Norman rebuilding. So the Normans essentially completely changed how this looks. So a lot of what you see now are Normans as well. And this part over here, right at the very end, this sort of structure, I believe, is called the apse, which is like the end of the church. And I have to say, it's really, really well maintained. Really nice. There he is. I wonder where he got to. Saying earlier, Henry VIII obviously turned this into a royal palace. Actually, I did read that Anacleves, so his wife, didn't stay here in the end, but Charles I and Elizabeth I both did. Anyway, in 1692, I just read that there was actually an earthquake in the city of Canterbury, and there was a tower over there, just in the distance, called the Ethelbert Tower, which was completely destroyed. And then once that was destroyed, essentially, the church never really recovered, or the Abbey never really recovered, and then other things were built. So it says here a new hospital was built, a new prison, and yeah, pubs and breweries. So, you know, it's amazing to still have some remains of, such an old part of our history. But it was a very significant part of Christianity, in the sort of early days into England was very much, well, this played a big role in it, but it's often forgotten now. So, yeah, what a great place this has been. £8 this cost. Definitely worth visiting if you're in the area of Canterbury. Monk's herb garden here. And it's very, very interesting to note that they've talked about oregano, which is antiseptic, protects against respiratory ailments, gastrointestinal distress, toothache and cough, and fennel, and it says about how it's an anti-inflammatory. I think they've been watching my vlogs. I told you all this the other day. So yeah, we just started a little bit of a sort of river walk now. It's really quiet around again, nobody up here. Spongebob's enjoying it. He's looking after my sparkling water at the minute. Bought some more Werther's Originals as well. I actually think they might be really good on the day, just because that little bit of extra sugar, and they're all in wrapped sweets as well. So maybe that'd be something going in my travel bag on the day of the challenge. But yeah, no, really enjoying it. Up to 30,000 steps today as well, which obviously includes the run. So yeah, feeling good, enjoying myself, and yeah, gonna maybe go and look at some shops in a minute. So yeah, we have just been shopping, just heading to the bus stop now, actually on my way back, nearly 5 o'clock. I've ended up buying 4 things and spent around £34. Again, some of the items are related to sort of my fitness, though they're all outdoor and fitness related, but some might help for the challenge and others I just wanted them anyway. But I want you to think of the most random things you can think of. I won't reveal it today because the vlog's already going to be very long with all my tourism stuff. So, yeah, have a little think. If you want to comment, I look forward to seeing what you think I might have brought. But try and think outside the box. As you know, I like to buy the most weird things, but we'll see how good they are. We may even test them tomorrow as well. On last night's walk, I managed to make a new friend. Literally sits around the Premier Inn the whole time. And he's come over to say hello. Hello? See, I'm missing the blackbird, but I suppose this is the next best thing. It's better actually, just Dad wouldn't let us have one. So yeah, that's it for today. Just finishing with my press-ups and sit-ups. Spongebob's had a good day as well, hasn't he? He's got in for free with all these things. Free run. Free entry to the Abbey and everything. So, yeah. Tomorrow, again, it's going to be a similar sort of format, but I'm going to go live during my run in the morning. So if anyone is on YouTube at 7 a.m. and finds my channel, fingers crossed it will work. And I'll also reveal my purchases from today. I spent £34. As I said, try and think outside the box because they are some quite strange items, but they're all related to sort of fitness and safety, which is obviously a bit of the theme today as well. So, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this one. Sorry it's been so long, and I'll catch you later.